with this Team Spirit side as we get ourselves into game one here in the group stage of the Riyadh Masters. And we can watch that beautiful aerial view and follow LGD as they smoke out of their base, dropping a good look, have fun, and get themselves out across.
It's been a while, Gary. It's been a while. These two teams, this is the first showing of PSG.LGD on LAN, on international LAN since TI-10 Grand Finals. And
this is the rematch.
It's the rematch, so pretty hyped about what's going to happen in this one. PSG.LGD always a team that has variety of heroes that they can play. It feels like they're so versatile. It's almost impossible to ban, like, oh, we need to ban out Ame, we need to ban out Jinkyu. It just doesn't happen. It's more about how you're going to counter certain heroes.
Yeah, this lone druid pickup, you know, you obviously think of Admiral Bulldog and, oh, hang on, the Bear's in trouble down bottom. Deary me, already losing it.
Mira getting 300 gold from this one.
Oh, yeah, well on his way to boots already. Yeah, this is one of those heroes that is very player specific though, isn't it, right? Admiral Bulldog was always one of the big ones, Matuma Man more recently, one of the star players on that. But I know, I think of China, I think of Sylar. This is bringing back memories of Sylar Lone Druid back in the day. Of course, Ame has played this a fair amount as well.
Look what he has in his quick buy. So some extra blades of attack. I see power treads. I don't know if he's going to go for the same thing. Usually it's phase boots on the bear, Mask of Madness into if you feel like you need more damage with the Deso, or if you feel like you need to deal with the illusions, maybe go for the Maelstrom, but probably going to be Deso. And after a short pause, we're going to be good to go.
Yeah, that gives him such a strong timing, you know, similar to the Templar Assassin, right? With that Desolator, able to take buildings, take team fights, maybe force a Roshan early on as well. Lots of options there for you as the Lone Druid. And that bear kill coming off the back of a
Look at their XP.
Nice lane wall.
That's pretty nuts. They're always halfway to the level 2 on 3 heroes.
Oh wow, yeah.
So that could mean that they can potentially like play aggressive earlier and get another kill because they got that XP from killing the bear.
Yeah, especially on a hero like Clockwork. Get up in the face of your opponents and do all that magic damage. And right now, Lone Druid left alone to his own devices down bottom, waiting for the bear to come off cooldown. 10 more seconds for that. And of course, we will have that Warlock joining him. In the mid lane, nothing to say on that Void Spirit against the Queen of Pain. You were talking about the kind of matchup there with the Dissimulate against Shadow Strike. Is this one of those games then where, oh, Miposhka, the Viper out in no man's land and first blood spilled by Jinkyu?
Yeah, you want to pair up Razor with something that has a stun, and yeah. Marcy's going to be that hero, also giving him extra move speed so that he can link onto the target much easier.
It gives him a lot of opportunity to play aggressively. But do you think this Queen of Pain versus Void Spirit lane, is it reminiscent of Puck versus Quap with ignore Shadow Strike, or is Toronto Tokyo still going to level up Shadow Strike to like 2 points at least?
2 points, I would say. It's a bit different because you need mana for Dissimulate. Like it's a heavy commitment. It's 100 mana to be able to dodge the Shadow Strike, unlike Puck.
Oh, another dispose. This time Jinkyu using it defensively. Faith Bian, the poison stacks on him. He's going to fall here. Miposhka just keeps laying it on. And the Razor falls to the Viper, two of the more toxic heroes in that Dota 2 pool. Mira getting in that bottom lane. Already dropping Arme to about half HP.
It wasn't too bad that Miposhka died for the first blood because he came back into the lane with full HP, full mana. This is what you want to do. Like I haven't seen too much of a position 5 Viper other than like when you need to really flex it, and also in South America where they really love to play it as position 5.
Yeah, Panda, he absolutely loves that Viper. There's a couple of things that have kind of filtered out from South America, right? The Templar Assassin position 1 was South American flavor out of Pakaz. And of course we had Panda on Thunder, bringing out that position 5 Viper. And now it's in that spread of knowledge across the world. A nice little entangle there onto Collapse. The Bloodseeker bonded up with his buddy Mira, taking damage from the rest of the creeps in that wave as well, but they will survive. Gonna take a lot of regen to stick in this lane though.
Yeah, also having Fatal Bonds, which means that whoever gets the damage will shut up, but Miposhka in trouble.
Dead again. Yatoro trying to trade back, but Jinkyu has the sidekick, so actually playing aggressively again. Getting some life steal going for himself. And Faith Bian going to continue having a good, solid laning stage. Even though his CS doesn't really reflect that, he will keep that pressure up.
A bit low on mana on CK on the top. Viper is going to bring some extra regen to Mango so they can start playing aggressive, but they also need to pull the lane back. Like this lane, not going too well for CK. He has 7 CS. Viper's really good at trading kills mid lane.
Dissimulate. Oh, he gets the Fairy Fire off instead, holding that mana for a little bit later on. Now Dissimulating. Dodge away from whatever remnant of damage that's coming from the Queen of Pain. So now he's got Tango's stick. He does want to try and refill that bottle at 4 minutes though, and maybe he wants one of his supports to die so they can TP and refill it for him. There goes Collapse down bottom. Mira had left the lane, went wandering off into the jungle, leaving Collapse alone. Bloodseeker not the conventional offlane hero, not necessarily tanky in his own right. Hang on a second, and Poshka again. They try and turn it on to Faith Beyond, but Yatoro now dealing with the Razor's inordinate amount of damage that's been stolen out by the Link.
This top lane is a disaster for Team Spirit. Fate Beyond off to a really good start. Usually you don't see this item build. He went for double raid ban, so he's really focusing to win the laning stage. And Jinkyu with the 1-1-1 build, getting a sidekick and also providing a bit more regen and a bit more damage. And now he has a full orb of corrosion, so the chase potential is going to be there.
That's huge. Mira going to trap the bears inside the cogs. Don't think they can finish him off. And with the Fatal Bonds and the Entangling Claws arriving onto Collapse now, Team Spirit forced away from that engagement. Yeah, even if the early days kill trades looked okay for Team Spirit, you know, losing the Viper a couple of times there and giving this Razor a good head start, and like you said, the focus on the laning stage item build puts a lot of pressure on Yatoro CK now.
They do have like Bloodseeker that can also become a core, but it needs a lot of time. Right now he's in the middle of the pack, but in terms of levels, Ame about to hit level 5, Collapse still level 3.
Yeah, well, what do you think about that? You know, the point I was starting to make, he's not the conventional, you know, Tidehunter, Magnus, whatever that we see from the offlane. He's not a team fighter. What's this Bloodseeker going to bring you once we get into that mid game? Is it about scaling? It's
going to be about keeping Razor away from your carry, because you're going to be using Rupture, and that means that he will not be able to use the link on your CK, because definitely not going to target Queen of Pain.
And then, of course, yeah, Queen of Pain, Toronto, Tokyo, going to have a lot of work to do to keep that tempo going. Queen of Pain, one of those snowball heroes, once you get some active runes, can absolutely rotate into the side lanes and look for those early kills. Currently, nothing to say. Doing a great job there. Just weathering the storm, but Queen of Pain coming out with like 11 denies, 35 CS is coming out ahead, absolutely. Well, this time around, Miposhka able to zone the Marcy away. Might be able to get involved with his small camp and do a little pull. Something they desperately needed to do, control that lane equilibrium to give CK at least some free farm tonight.
6-minute rune, let's see who picks it up. Nothing to say, using one Astral Step. Toronto does have, never mind, Jinkyu picked up Invis.
Yeah, 2 supports, right? LGD bring both supports into mid to guard both of the rune spots. It feels like Team Spirit a little bit stuck in their side lanes, but this does allow them to make a move onto Jinkyu. But with a rebound and a jump away, he's moved into Toronto Tokyo, disposed back. Yatoro should be able to chase this one down and finish off the Marcy, though. Nothing the Razor can do to save her. They'll try and delay this and drag them across, but Jinkyu will be fodder for the CK War Machine. Collapse now. He's pretty speedy. Low HP heroes across the map. Down goes the Warlock, but hello, Void Spirit arriving on the scene and finishing off the Bloodseeker quite nicely.
That's a good rotation. Queen of Pain did not want to commit the Sonic Wave on top just to be able to get the kill, but saving it for something bigger. Did not want to waste it on Marcy, and good rotation from Nothing to Say, just to be able to secure the kill, and also, most importantly, Ame is not dying. Like, Ame is off to a really good start, has 2 kills already.
Yeah, Cogs pushed them back out of the mid lane. Mira's rotation in, matching that Nothing to Say. Move back towards the mid-tier 1 to defend the tower. But it's also a signal, right? It's a Void Spirit saying, hey, if your Queen of Pain is going to rotate, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to sit here shoving out wave and playing passively. I will absolutely match the aggression of Toronto Tokyo every step of the way. Viper Again, such a sluggish hero. Once you're disposed, if you're out there in the open, you're gonna die to the Razor.
Yeah, these position 5 Vipers, they usually, it's like straight up 50-50. Either you look like, wow, we should pick this 5 Viper more often, or it's like, yeah, we should have gone for something else. Like, I don't think there is in between.
You either get first blood and go 3-0,
yes,
or you go
exactly.
0-6. Yeah. I know the exact feeling. Oh, nothing to say, gonna stack his own little small campers. Again, look at LGD, bringing numbers to guard these early active runes. It does spawn bottom as a regen there, but Miposhka's Viper, unfortunately, just meets 3 of them in the river.
I'm a little afraid for Team Spirit that they're gonna need to be playing 4 versus 5. This Viper is gonna be just a meat. Like he's gonna go in, yeah, pretty much. You know, you're gonna be using ulti potentially and standing in front of the fight and dying. Rupture on the bear.
Yeah, focusing down the bear. Collapse, just giving it the whacks, but the entangling claws and the damage from Arme, they're gonna find the Bloodseeker kill before they can even finish off the bear. He's still alive, and up top, Faith Bian swings back. Both of the side lanes picking up a killing spree. Yatoro dropping, giving the double kill to the Razor.
Oh, sidekick.
Does he
Can
even
he
need to
deny?
deny?
Yes, he can. Like,
beautifully done.
why was in vicinity? Maybe he could have used the Shadow Ward just to be able to get some HP going. We were talking about the level 2 Shadow Strike. But yeah, I don't know. Team Spirit decided to rupture the bear and try to kill him. Ame could have resummoned the bear, got 1 extra. He's going to stand his ground, use the true form.
And now he's invincible. Just 1 entangling claws there. Probably he gets it on the creep. Probably could have had the clockwork if he wanted him.
I think what made the difference there for him to get a kill is extra gloves of haste on the bear. Yeah.
That extra attack speed.
Highest amount of net worth. Well, they set him up for success in this bottom lane, pairing it up with Warlock, so any kind of damage that they do was mitigated. And yeah, highest amount of building damage as well. He managed to take down tower by himself.
And anything else, JJ? Has he got any more? No? Highest amount of branches in your inventory at 10 minutes in for a carry?
Oh, you know those branches are gonna stay. I mean, we're talking about bear. Oh, look what his bear is called. It's called Setsu.
Oh!
The old school Chinese player.
That's a good little shout out there. Good throwback. But he will die now. Miposhka will have to trade his life for it, but that is a big kill for Team Spirit, putting him on the sidelines for 30 seconds. LGD trying to get something else done. They've already taken top tier 1 tower, so they're able to carve a bit of the map open for themselves in that north area. That's probably where Arme wants to start living, right? He'll come help out, push the mid tier 1, and then sit around that top lane.
Absolutely. Looking at his item progression, we're talking about 12, 13 minutes Mask of Madness Phase Boots Deso on Bear.
It's wild.
So this opens up the Roche for them. This also opens up the towers, and now they're playing with the Siege Creep. Wide does have Chaotic Offering available.
Yeah, they're ready to team fight. Faith Bjarne's level 8. He's pretty tanky on this Razor. He's going to sit there in front line. Already forcing out the glyph from Team Spirit, who are bringing heroes here to match this move. Toronto Tokyo has just finished off his urn, so he wants to start getting some charges, but the dive in from nothing to say. Focusing Miposhka, the reaction from Mira, but the golem's dropped on 3 of them. Toronto Tokyo has to blink away. Fatal Bonds not really connected to too much there, so Mira and Miposhka probably just going to be the big casualties here. And LGD very patient, very deliberate, not diving Mira too far, focusing the objectives.
Yeah, this is what you call objective-based gaming. Nothing to say.
There's no dissimulate.
No dissimulate.
He can't TP out. He's got sidekick. He's got a bit of heal, but he's going to get blasted by the Sonic Wave. Toronto Tokyo dragged back by the Dispose, though. And this Golem, look at him go. Destroys the Queen of Pain in a 2-for-1 trade out there, but Team Spirit also lost their tower.
Fate's going to get another one. Ooh, slow. One more hit. Going to do the trick. Fate Beyond on Mega Kill.
This has given a little bit of room to Yatoro to get his farm going, but he's
still not looking good. We were talking about like 14 maybe minute armlet, which is going to be like one of the reasons why Collapse is also trying to go for the scaling build. That there's no shenanigans, no team items. He's going straight Maelstrom into BKB on the Bloodseeker. He understands that he also needs to be able to scale well into the mid game, because right now PSG.LGD, they're in the driver's seat.
Do you think that's the correct decision? Looking at the drafts and thinking, okay, laning stage is not going to go well for us, so we'll focus on mid game instead?
Yeah, I assume so. It's going to be a lot of on Clockwork shoulders to be able to get some stuff going, because you have position 5 Viper, which is you know, off to a bad start, can't really do much, can't move, can't gank. CK doesn't want to join the fight, so it needs to be Queen of Pain, and it needs to be Clockwork who are kind of lifting them. And if we look at the Toronto Tokyo's build, it's Urn of Shadows. He's trying to build a Spirit Vessel, so it's a little bit more overtime damage. In terms of scaling, like that's not going to be the greatest item build.
Yeah, it's a curious one, that. I'll see what he transitions into. Hook shot, Mira finds the bear. Well, Druid does get off his true form, but there's an awful lot of damage coming in from Yatoro, and that's
Fatal Bonds on 5.
Queen of Pain. That's a big bonds, and in comes nothing to say. The spill damage spreading all across Team Spirit. That was not worth it, Lacoste. 3 heroes down, and now the entire map belongs to LGD.
They call them bonds, fatal bonds. This was 5-man fatal bonds, Gary. I don't know. Like, one thing I like about the Warlock players, especially the experienced ones, is realizing which spells you need to max out. Like, if this was 4 points in Shadow Word, he understands that, like, yeah, you don't need to get that, but fatal bonds, it's beautiful.
And look at the patience from Y. He's just like waiting. Yeah, okay, my Lone Druid's going to die, but I am going to absolutely allow my team to clean up the mess that was left behind.
It's also when you see Fatal Bonds connecting on like even 3-4 heroes, you're like, if we don't have anything to dispel, that's going to be a huge issue.
Yeah, it's just permanently there. Can't deal with it. Collapse falling yet again. Yeah, well, down to that bottom lane fight failing. Team Spirit still yet to really connect onto a tier 1 either. There's all these towers that are still available for LGD to come back and defend.
14 minutes, 13 assists, keeping 1 assist per minute. One thing I like about Jin Q is that like he goes for different item builds, but I think this is the correct way to play Marcy.
Oh yeah.
So you can scale. Like he's getting a BKB, he's getting the phase boots, no ether lens, and he has a sidekick maxed out, so he can actually deal damage in the fights. And if we talk about the mid, late game, after that his item's gonna be a basher. So you're gonna have a scaling position 4 instead of just using 2 abilities on Marcy. Like yeah, I'm dispose and I'm rebound, and also I use my unleash just to be able to dispel things, but I can't deal damage.
That's kind of an interesting point, because we've had a lot of conversations about this Marcy being kind of a better Tiny in the laning stage, the first 10 minutes or so, right? But with the Aetherlens Blink build, you feel like a worse Tiny 20 minutes in compared to a Tiny with Blink.
Yeah, you just don't scale with that item build, and yeah, good item. Sync coming out from PSG.LGD, Deso done on Ame, Fate Beyond with the BKB. Inside the Roche they go, instant smoke, rocket is available. They want to take a fight.
Roshan's not happy. The fire, the flames, disappears in a puff of smoke. There's LGD traversing across into enemy triangle. Yatoro, oh, he feels something. Spidey senses tingling, leaves the last ancient creep. He's going to go try and farm down bottom. He pops the Phantasm, sees them coming, trying the illusion bait. Which one's real? Oh, they figured it out quite quickly. Entangling claws, and the dispose comes. LGD bring the numbers. 4 heroes strong down there. And they can still connect back into mid. Void Spirit already jumping on the Queen of Pain. Toronto Tokyo losing about half his health in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, this Witchblade, they have a bit of limited control on side of PSG.LGD, so he's going for Aghanim Scepter next. Have an extra layer of silence against the Queen of Pain, especially because there is no defensive items. Like, you connect onto the target, and most likely that target is gonna die.
Yeah, it's like you said, right? There's no save, there's no dispels being built yet. It's gonna take a long while for them to all come out. So if you're able to focus down one hero, get the first pick off, you're looking pretty damn good. Nothing to say. Spots collapse. This is my triangle on the Radiant side. He's gonna die though.
Pop it.
Oh goodness, collapse. Getting a lot of HP back from that as well. Jin Q comes back in though with the Dispose Unleash, and Miposhka. He's got that poison attack stacking up with the Viper Strike on him.
Does have 2 mangoes.
They
even drops the rock
on him. They really don't want these Team Spirit heroes in their triangle. They
Why?
lose 2
What a
though.
pro. He still dies, but why wanted to save him there?
He tried his hardest. But that kind of trade is pretty good, right, for Team Spirit. 2 for 2 on the enemy side of the map.
It definitely is. And it also gives some more farm to Chaos Knight. Yatoro is in the middle of the pack, needs some more items. Like, I don't think he feels comfortable coming into the fight, especially against this super farm bear.
So it's going to be Echo Saber, disassemble that into BKB, and then feel a lot more comfortable with his state in the game. And they have caught up a decent amount. They've got those 3 cores in the middle of the Radiant ones. Now Lone Druid is by far out in front. But Void Spirit, I don't want to say he's struggling, but he's definitely being more sacrificial in terms of giving farm priority over to the Razor and the Lone Druid.
I think that's correct. I mean, he definitely didn't want to die, lower his net worth there, you know, not getting anything while he's dead. But yeah, Razor is going to be the carry on top of Lone Druid. So you have 2 really good cores that can match up whatever Team Spirit has in the late game. They would definitely want to have BKBs before the next fight. Collapse just a recipe away from it. And CK, if he disassembles, he still needs like another 3-4 minutes of free farm to be able to get it.
Oh, there's bonus damage from Sidekick on the bear. He's just a bulldozer. Goes to a tower, it disappears in a matter of seconds. And to have Mira there all leashed up by the Razor and a free outpost for them as well. Well, this seems like a very straightforward, systematic situation for LGD. Just go from tower to tower, topple them over like dominoes, and it's down to Team Spirit to find those gaps in the map to get the space for Yatoro in particular.
They also want to use this Aegis to just get another tower. Bottom tier 2 tower, they're going to be collapsing onto it. I don't think Team Spirit will take this fight. They just need to let it go.
Yeah, they absolutely should. Just give that away. And look at that bear. 93 plus 145. Well, yeah, he's closing in on 6,000 building damage. Gone over it now with that tier 2, and it's 19 minutes in.
Next item is going to be the Basher, so we'll have another way of controlling people, and it will sync up with also Aghanim Scepter on the Void Spirit.
Neposhka sees Jinkyu in his spot of the map, and a hook shot just off the mark from Mira. Looked close, there's nothing to say, jumps straight in, zips onto the Viper. Quick and easy. At what point, as LGD, do you think about high ground? Is it next Roshan? Because Aegis is expiring soon.
They will want to have 2 BKBs. Like, Queen of Pain's still very far away from it, so I expect them to let Aegis expire in 20 seconds, farm up their BKBs on Bloodseeker and CK, and then try to go for a smoke. Because they can't just... They're losing so much with each minute. PSG.LGD is controlling most part of the map, and Team Spirit is just going to get out-farmed if they don't do anything.
All right, just step by step. Every 2 or 3 minutes, there's another 1,000 net worth difference between the 2 squads. And there is that Aegis, reclaimed by the big man. Team Spirit setting up near their triangle, maybe expecting LGD to make a move aggressively into them. Nothing to say, and Jinkyu, they're nearby. Radiant have that high ground vision. Team Spirit gonna start realizing what's coming over the hill is a scary monster. Nothing to say, and Arme's bet straight on to Mira. He spends the hook shot, but he's disposed back into them. So that's another 30 seconds now where it feels like Team Spirit just cannot fight. Doing such a great job as LGD pushing out multiple lanes as well, right? Faith Bian has been spot on with moving top when he needs to, moving or staying in the mid lane when the rest of his team is ganking down bottom.
Yeah, they can't go on Razor. He's a bit too tanky. Also, they need to bring numbers. Like, they need to bring 4 people, heavily commit with their ultis to be able to get a kill. This is the last tier 2 tower. Let's see what response from Team Spirit is going to be. There is a BKB on CK. There is BKB on Bloodseeker. I want to see them push out the waves and go for smoke.
Yeah, something has to be done. You've got to make that first step somewhere. You can't just keep letting these tidal waves of aggression wash over you. You're going to get worn out eventually. And you still need another, over 1,000 gold for Queen of Pain to finish off her BKB.
Jinkyu almost has the same amount of farm as Queen of Pain. Like, there's 2,000 difference, but getting closer to BKB, and once you have that BKB, you can stand in the middle of a fight. Yes, they do have multiple ways that, multiple abilities that go through magic immunity, but still you're gonna feel relatively safe. Like, you might bait a hook shot, you might bait the rupture, potentially sonic wave, and this is exactly what you want to do. There's a lot of sustain on their side, especially if we talk about the healing. When they like kill 1 or 2 heroes, they can easily reset. Vorlog does have a shard, yes. So AoE Shadow Word, and also Sidekick on top of that.
There's so many ways of keeping that ball rolling. Try and extend these team fights with fatal bonds on everyone. That bear is going to do some serious, serious work. Arme under a rocket flare, smokes with the rest of the squad. Team Spirit know exactly what's coming. They're trying to retreat back to a better position, but it always feels awkward fighting low ground
it's
to high ground.
It's one of those smokes where you feel like you need to do something as we expected, and then we can't really take a fight.
The enemy's already there in your face.
They're there. We can see them with the high ground ward, so need to find a good opening. It's gonna get dewarded.
Straight out of there. And Team Spirit, they're picking out that bottom lane because top is moving in towards tier 3, mid is shoved out as well. Once you get to a situation where you have 3 lanes on your doorstep as Spirit, it's lights out. Lone Druid is on your base, taking tier 3s with ease.
PSG.LGD, they don't have to rush anything. They can wait for Roshan to respawn, and then, like, you're forcing Team Spirit to take a fight. Oh, hook shot connects on the creeps, but it also stuns, so that's a good kill. Whatever they can get. So close to BKB. A
good attempt from Jinkyu, right? He knew exactly what he was doing, rebounding, disposing, staying in the creep wave to try and stop any kind of jump from coming, but very well done by Mira, obviously, knowing the limits of his hero. And Roshan spawn just over a minute away.
I don't think I've seen Void Spirits not having a single last hit on a hero. He has 0, 2, and 10 score.
No kills. Yeah, that's a bit bizarre, isn't it? He's not been playing poorly. He's been jumping when he needs to, but I mean, 10 assists, not too shabby. Involved in half of the kills LGD have got. Well, Collapse was wandering back through his own jungle. Still has that full 9-second duration BKB ready. So he's not going to worry too much about this Void Spirit Aghanims in the meantime. And Queen of Pain, the most important one right now. Just a couple hundred away, 300 gold. So another wave bottom, maybe the large camp. We'll see if Yatoro gives us some of the triangle to farm as well, but that's got to be a key moment.
Even with the BKBs online for Spirit, you're still playing into Rock, you're playing into Static Link and Basher from the Bear. Like, there's overwhelming amount of physical damage coming out from him. Roshan gonna respawn in 5 seconds. Let's see if they have a smoke. They need to respond to this.
Yeah, they're all grouping up. This is absolutely an indication LGD want to go and make their mark on the map. 2 BKBs purchased at the same time, Marcy and Queen of Pain on opposing sides. They smoke, and Roshan's just respawned. They don't poke their heads in the pit just yet. And they're playing into a dark area of the map, no vision, so it's just going to be that first point of contact. They spot, they see, they move in with Faith Beyond, and nothing to say, but the BKB's around from Collapse in Toronto, Tokyo. They cancel a TP, though. A golem dropped in on the Bloodseeker's head, and Yatoro, always being drifted around. The full staff push gets him away from danger.
They try to be sneaky, hide inside those trees, but the smoke broke, and instantly Fate Beyond uses Plasma Field, scouts them out. The Rock also committed, and they got a kill. One of the reasons why Razor's gonna be able to move in the fights is he does have a Lincoln Sphere, so gonna cancel that Rupture and also going for a Refresher. So you will have double BKB, double Lincolns, and you're gonna be extremely hard to deal with.
Yeah, Razor one of those few heroes that doesn't really need any damage items, any real key core items outside of defensive ones. BKB Refresher, BKB Lincoln's Refresher, all perfect for him. And Roshan with Aghanim Shard. Who do you reckon we give it to? Because Warlock and Lone Druid have theirs already.
I think Razor's gonna pick it up, or he can give it to Void Spirit. I think that's better, because he's in the middle of the pack. Well, not anymore. He's all 3 cores of PSG.LGD top net worth.
I guess that's what happens when you take down all the towers for like 15 minutes in, right? You got all that tier 1, tier 2 money. Miposhka picked off by the Marcy. Jinkyu just getting a solo kill on the opponent. Position 5. Mira gonna force staff away, and some good cogs placements there, gonna keep him safe. Toronto Tokyo does take down, nothing to say though. As Faith Beyond keeps going. Kills off the Clockwork up north.
They got a big kill. They did kill Void Spirit, but at what cost? They lost, again, 2 supports, and also Lone Druid is ready to go for the high ground. They just need wave to connect. We're talking about Lone Druid that almost has a full AC. he actually has enough money, just needs to buy it. This tower is gone. Lincoln's here on the bear and sidekick, plus Mask of Madness and the heal. Let's just make this another hero.
Good luck dealing with him. Savage Raw to make them a bit speedier. But that is tier 3 down. Racks are wide open now. Still 5 seconds for the Void Spirit to respawn, and it looks like LGD just going to chill out for a second as they know Team Spirit are 5 alive with that defender's advantage in their base with potential buybacks. As we know, Queen of Pain and Clockwork, the only two currently with it. Toronto Tokyo doing a decent job just shoving out that bottom lane, trying to force a reaction from LGD. I just don't see them really caring about a tier 2. They're going to go into this top spot, take down the buildings. The bear getting focused down by Poshka and Yatoro.
From Y.
Well, they've killed off the racks already, disposing the bear back, rebounding out of there, and the AoE heal from Warlock, keeping them all topped up. And this is now going to be a move, what, into mid lane? Go round 2, do you reckon?
Yeah, most definitely. But the mid is pushed in near tier 1 tower, so they need to push it out, and Razor's going to be doing that. Setsu is the most important. We're talking about Setsu the bear is the most important hero in this game. Like you see, they force staff him, they put the sidekick on top of him. AC is done, has a Mindbreaker as well, so a lot of minus armor. Silence coming out, 1-2 hits and gone.
See ya! Easy pickings on the Viper, and they get the D-Ward as well. That Vision, Team Spirit really wanted some Vision outside their base to start a team fight.
At one point, you will have to take the fight.
You have
to take a fight, lose a fight, and start thinking about the next game. Because they just don't have the answers for it.
Like Yatoro, he's just got to go in. There is no option. You can't sit and wait. LGD are breaking you apart. Shinkyu ruptured, but like you said, he doesn't care. He's baited that, and he's soaked it for his team. And the Golem, in we go. Toronto Tokyo. Oh, they've caught Yatoro as well. Faith Beyond is godlike. Picking up that kill on the CK. No buyback for him. And Mira in trouble as well. Decent defensive hook shot, but like you said, Lacoste, there are no answers. Team Spirit cannot battle this LGD side. It looks like the game might just be over at this point. Mega creeps will start arriving. And really, the cause of Team Spirit falling flat on their faces. They've got summons galore as Lone Druid sends his bear, Warlock with his golem, charge them forward, and force Collapse to fight to his own death. And there's the GG.
Very one-sided game. PSG.LGD outclassed them in game number 1. Like all the lanes pretty much except the mid lane went in their favor. Mid was pretty even, but yeah, looking at the top lane specifically, Marcy and Razor, they completely dumpstered that lane. And also bottom lane, there was no real aggression.